Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for this quick but effective core workout on the Pilates tower. I'd really love it if you'd like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much. You'll need 2 short yellow springs with hand loops attached. They're hooked slightly higher than the push-through bar, so maybe on the 2nd or 3rd notch from the top of the tower. Sit to face the tower, contract those deep low abs, and roll all the way down with slow control, bone by bone. Once you're down, go ahead and bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat, and then we will do some alternating arm movements. So one arm going up overhead, the other arm going down by your hip, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, keeping the ribs knit together, breathing deeply as you stretch the arms in opposing directions. The next time your right arm is overhead, then swivel them out to the sides and down and up and over for the left arm, and then return back. When the right arm is overhead, go ahead and swivel them around and then fan them back down towards the mat. You're just continuing to circle these arms, inhaling and exhaling. We'll do 4 in this direction, and then we'll reverse. So left arm reaches up and overhead, the arms swivel around until they're in the opposite directions, and then back to neutral. Continue.
Liking for you is all I need until my heart gives in.
Finish here and place your hands behind your head. We're going to start with a little warm-up before we do head roll-ups. So I'd like you to keep your head supported in your hands as you just contract your throat muscles, lifting your face straight up into the air about 1/4 of an inch and relaxing down. So lifting the face straight up, not curling your head forward, dropping your chin or looking towards your knees. You're still looking at the ceiling. And after about 4 of those, warming up the neck and throat, you're going to do that same thing and then continue to curl up, looking towards your knees. So face lifts first, and then you let your abdominal muscles take you up into your ab curl. Head supported in your hands. Exhaling on the way up and inhaling on the way down. Keep your right hand behind your head, raise your left arm to the sky, and crunch up and rotate, reaching your left hand towards the top or inner edge of your knee on the right side. Don't twist so far that your hand goes way out to the side of your right knee. It just goes in between your legs or just to the top of the kneecap as you crunch up, again supporting your head in your hand, working that right oblique muscle. Last one, and then we'll switch sides. So left hand behind your head, right arm up to the sky. Go ahead and inhale first, then exhale, lift your face slightly, then contract those core muscles to lift you further with a slight rotation to the left. So you're working your left internal oblique and your right external oblique when you do this exercise.
I've been waiting for the fallout in the middle of the night. In this dynamite castle, you and me will be alright.
Great, and rest down. And then we're going to place both hands behind the head. Lift your head up slightly, not into a huge ab curl, but just slightly off the mat, supporting in your hands, and then you're going to side bend to the left and right. So no rotation, no twisting. You're actually just side bending to one way and then to the other, thinking of bringing your outer edge of your rib cage down to your outer hip and back to the other side.
It's a fragrant fire.
Finish one more to each side. When you come to center, rest the head down. Take a moment to drop your knees to the right, head to the left, and stretch your waist muscles. And switch to the other side. Now we're going to work on the low transverse abdominis muscles and pelvic floor, as well as the glutes and hamstrings because we're doing pelvic lifts. So plant your feet well on the mat, tuck your tail and peel your hips up bone by bone into a bridge position, And then exhale, roll the body down. You want to make sure that as you're lifting the hips up, you're squeezing your pelvic floor muscles to prevent your hamstrings from taking the load. We're really trying to work our low abdominal muscles here as much as the lower body. Roll the hips down and then hug those knees in, rock side to massage out your low back. Rock yourself up to sitting, and then you're going to come to kneeling, facing the long edge of your mat. The right arm, your right arm, should be facing your tower. And then you'll need that triangular handle that's closest to the way you're facing. And it's hard to say how far to be. I actually decided to move the strap up a little bit because I'm tall and I want it to make sure it's above my shoulder when I do these movements. So we're going to do serape first. You're holding the handle in both hands, hips stay facing forward, and your chest rotates to the left. Exhale as you twist, really cinching your waist, feeling as if your left oblique muscle is wrapping around to the back side of you as you turn to the left. Make sure to keep those hip bones facing forward. Place your left foot on the mat on a turnout. Your right knee is still down on the mat, and you're going to do the same serape twist again. It's just going to stabilize your hips a little bit better and hopefully get you into your abdominal muscles, particularly your oblique muscles, a little bit more. Exhaling as you twist seems to help me, and then you're going to inhale to return each time. Shoulders away from the ears, head is high, spine is long and straight. And then we're going to switch and put the other foot up and see the difference. I noticed it's a little bit harder for me to turn when my legs are this way.
Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along, and I can't help but feel it.
Place both knees down on the mat, raise your arms overhead, still holding onto that handle, and side bend away from the tower, exhaling. Then inhale to lift up. Yes, this feels like a nice stretch for those oblique muscles, but actually I want you to use this for work for the abs. So go ahead, and when you side bend, you're crunching the left side of your waist, and then you're eccentrically utilizing those muscles to lift you back up to the top each time. Eyes on up, the strap will be in your right hand, left hand on your hip for some punching and twisting. So rotate towards your left as you punch that arm forward, contracting your pec muscle, and of course your arm muscles working hard too. Make sure those hips stay facing forward as you rotate the rib cage around.
I put your favorite song on just to wake you up.
Unwind and then turn to face your tower. Your left hand will hold that same strap for a single arm chest expansion, pressing the arm down and back and releasing forward. If it feels too light, then just walk on your knees backwards. If it's too heavy, walk closer to the tower. Make sure the shoulder stays down away from your ear and the chest stays open. No twisting the body.
This moment, can we stay here forever? Forever.
And bend down slightly, hinging at your hips, so sitting a little bit closer to your heels for tricep presses. Elbow is back behind your body, and you're going to extend and bend the arm, keeping that upper arm hugged into your side, breathing in and out as you go.
Forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
Release that handle, grab the other one into your right hand. We're going to work our way backwards, so go ahead and do your tricep presses for the right arm, bending and straightening that elbow, keeping the upper arm hugged into the side body. Breathing in and out.
If I could stop the time, don't you know?
And your single arm chest expansion, no rotation as you press your arms straight down and back. Feel as though you're reaching towards the floor as the arm comes backwards. Inhale and exhale.
Forever, forever. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Turn your body to the right towards the long edge of your mat. Left hand holds the strap for punching, twisting to the right as you punch through that left arm. You can move closer or further from the tower depending on what you need, but stay tall and lifted through the spine. Side bend is next, so arms overhead holding onto that handle, and then bend to the right away from the tower and back up, resisting the air as though you're really working through something heavy like peanut butter or mud or something. Go ahead and contract the right obliques as you go over, and then resist coming back up each time. Now place your left foot on the mat on a turnout and your hands holding the strap for serape. Twist to the right and back to either center or slightly to the left. You really don't want to lose tension on the spring, but contract those oblique muscles to turn you around to the right each time. Switch, so left knee is down, right foot is on the mat, turned out, and now twist to the right. I find this a lot easier to turn when my legs are this way.
'Cause nothing makes sense. No, nothing makes sense anymore.
And finish, and then bring both knees down for your plain old serape twist, but really working hard to keep your hips facing forward. So when you turn your chest to the right, your left hip has to pull backwards to go in the opposite direction almost as your body, your torso is turning to the right.
That I wouldn't grow wiser for each day. Am I the only one lost in translation?
I'm opting to lower the handles just a little bit since I'm going to be down lower on the mat this time. You're going to have a seat on the mat, legs squeezed together just a couple of inches from the edge of the mat, and your right hand is going to hold the right hand loop. And you're going to curl halfway back and bicep curl that arm, palm facing up. Exhale as you squeeze, inhale to release. Keeping my left hand across my waist to remind me to keep my pelvis neutral and stable. Last one, then roll all the way down with slow control. Once your head is down on the mat, bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat. Left hand goes behind your head. Crunch up into a very mild ab curl, and then you're going to side bend towards the spring hand and away from the spring hand. So just bending that spine, kind of like we did earlier, but now you've got a spring there to help pull you in one direction and resist you in the other.
Oh, nothing makes sense. Oh, nothing makes sense anymore.
Finish at the center, rest your head down. Now both hands will hold that strap, either interlacing your fingers or stacking them. I'm going to straighten out my legs on the mat, crunch up into an ab curl, and pull that strap towards my chest with both arms 4 times. Once I've done 4, I'm going to crunch up an inch higher and do it again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Crunch up an inch higher and hold in space, pulling 2, and 3, and 4, and then up a little higher and pull, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then go ahead and curl all the way up to sitting tall. Left hand across your waist again, curl part way back. We're doing more bicep curls, but this time we're crossing the arm over. So your right hand holding the strap is crossing over towards the left shoulder as it bends several times.
Moving on solo. Wait a second, 'cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if
Finish and roll up to sitting. Release that strap, grab the other one, place your right hand across your lap, and then roll down bone by bone while your left hand holds that strap. Once you're down part way, you're going to stay there in mid space and squeeze. Do some bicep curls. Keep the chest open. Make sure the body is level and not rotated. Exhaling as you squeeze, inhaling to release. Straighten that arm and roll all the way down with slow control. Once you're down, place your right hand behind your head, bend your knees and plant your feet on the mat. You're gonna curl up into a mild ab curl and then side bend to the left and right, towards and away from the spring, keeping your shoulder blades slightly off the mat, head lifted, looking towards your knees. Breathing in and out, keeping your belly pressed down. Lots of things to think about here. Finish in the center, lower your head, have both hands hold onto the strap, palms facing each other, lengthen your legs out. Curl the head up part way and you're gonna pull that strap into your chest for 4 and 3. Exhale, pull 2 and 1. Crunch up an inch higher and do it again, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. 1 inch higher, 4, pull 3 and 2 and 1. One more set, a little bit higher. Squeeze those core muscles and of course the arms. And finish. Grow tall at the top. That left hand is going to hold the strap. Right hand comes across your lap. Curl part way down. And then another set of biceps. But remember, this one, your hand is going across to the opposite shoulder when you bend it for 8 repetitions. All the way up, release that strap, place your hands behind you on the mat and just lift your heart to the sky. Give your chest and arms a little stretch. Turn around and lie down on your back. You should be possibly maybe 5-6 inches from the top of the tower. If that feels too easy when we do this arm work and pelvic lifts, you can always scoot away from the tower. But I don't like to be too far because I have these handles loaded pretty high. And then feet are on the mat, knees bent, and you're gonna press down into your handles, both arms lowering towards the mat as you lift the hips up. And then release everything back. You're squeezing your glutes and lifting the hips straight up. We're not necessarily rolling through the spine unless that feels better to you. But this just gets a different use of the pelvic floor, glutes, and hamstrings. The hips up this time, raise your arms to the sky and press them down and around for circles, breathing in and out. Keep those hips lifted and level.
I don't have you, I don't have us, at least not anymore.
Reverse the arm circles at the top. Press down, open, and lift. Keeping the glutes squeezed to hold your hips up.
Makes me restless, waiting for love, waiting for love.
The arm circles at the top and then roll the body down, this time massaging out your low back. Elbows come down to the mat. You're going to alternate tricep presses. Right arm, then left arm, keeping the hips down, belly pressed in tight. Last one on the left, then we'll do both arms, press and bend. Keep the chest open and be careful not to put heavy pressure into your head on the mat.
I've tried to let you go, memories they turn.
Float those arms up and let go of the hand straps. Take one arm across your chest, stretch it out, breathing deeply, and then you'll switch to the other arm.
Just waiting for love, waiting for love. Try to forget about you makes me
Rock all the way up to sitting. You're going to face the long edge of your mat. Your right arm should be facing the tower, feet towards the floor. And then right hand is going to reach for the push-through bar, left arm out to the side. Take a big inhale, growing tall, and then exhale, side over and stretch, pushing that bar away from you. Inhale to rise up. You'll do this a few times. Inhale, rise all the way up, and then rotate your chest and both hands go onto the bar. Give yourself a tall, lifted twist, looking to the back of the room as far over your right shoulder as you can, breathing deeply.
I don't know what else I can do.
Turn around and we'll finish this on the other side. So left hand on the push through bar, right arm is reaching out to the side. You're facing the long edge of your mat. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale, side over and stretch, big reach away, and then inhale to lift tall. You'll do this a few times.
You make me nervous. I think I might be hooked on you. I love the things you said to me. It seems like you like me too.
All the way up, rotate your chest to the left, holding onto that push through bar. Give yourself a good twist to stretch all those muscles of the waist that we worked.
Canceled all my plans to be with.
Release the bar and look forward as you bring your hands behind your back and open up your chest and stretch. Then lift those arms up to the sky. Take your left hand towards your back right shoulder blade and pull and side bend to stretch. Then reach up, switch sides, and this is a quick little stretch just to finish. Now arms up, and then take a big inhale there. Exhale the arms down. Thanks so much, everyone, and I will see you next week.